And we got our first time in quite some time that we've had a CWA tag title match, Dave.
Going to have it right here, though. Got the champions coming in against some challengers who should make a very interesting tag team. Here they come with the championship belts under their arms right now from the Stud Stable, the Tennessee Stud, Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden out of Montgomery, Alabama. Greatest, what do you say, greatest tag team of all time?
Don't forget to say that, please, Dave, on the introduction.
I thought that's what Fuller said, yeah.
Yeah.
And Sylvia, of course, in the corner with a kendo stick in her hand. The challenger is now in the area. Scott Steiner is up on the ring apron and walking around the ring right now. He's got his chicken with him. From Salt Gum, Kentucky.
Salt Gum, Kentucky.
This is Mr. Jed Grundy.
You got chicken with you there, buddy,
We'll take a look. You'll keep an eye on him.
He's going to watch you wrestle in there, so we'll keep an eye on him right now. That is got to be. I'm not defaming the chicken, but that's got to be the funniest looking chicken. Jed told me it was a Chinese breed chicken in there. You notice that little weird looking part up on his head? I never saw it.
Has feathers on its feet too.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. I don't know.
It really is, but it's all Jed's, and let me tell you, you don't want to talk bad about that Skyler because he flat loves that chicken, isn't it? Okay, Dave, we're ready.
All right, we're set to go. This match is going to go to the expiration of time. Time remaining. Special agreement for the television championship match. CWA tag team belts are on the line as Fuller and Golden have put them up against Jed Grundy and Scott Steiner.
Kind of an interesting pairing in there, and that is Grundy and Scott Steiner. Steiner and Grundy are not long-time partners by any means. Fuller taking a sip out of that jug over there, and he's running, I think, for the water fountain. He had all of that he wanted to.
Oh, I think he just maybe made his first mistake today, huh? Look at, well, that Jed turns the jug up here.
Jimmy Golden going after to see if his partner's going to be able to wrestle and defend the titles the way they're supposed to.
Jed offered Scott a swig of it, and he turned it down. No, thank you.
Robert Fuller comes in, thought he's pulling a trick on him. What in the world is in that jug, he said. Should have left it alone, Fuller, and kept your hands off of it. You wouldn't have had the problem. Jed Grundy and Scott Steiner, as we were saying, they're not old-time tag partners, but they got an interesting pairing because Grundy, we don't really know all that much about him, but boy, he seems to be a powerful son of a gun, just naturally powerful. Scott Steiner, great amateur background and quite a wrestler to say the least. Bell time, and here we go.
All right, Mike Porter, the referee for this championship match, as Jimmy Golden goes with a top wrist lock on Jed Grundy, and look at Grundy. Well, you talk about power. He just threw Golden down to the mat. Not many wrestlers are going to be able to do that. Jimmy Golden, boy, he's no slouch when it comes to wrestling. He's big, he's tall, he's tough. Grundy again just shoves him down to the mat. Fuller screams at the referee, must have pulled his hair. Couldn't do that any other way.
Dave, I was talking to Jed, and we were talking about his weight. He said, hey, I've been training for this wrestling in there. He says, I've lost 43 pounds. Can you believe it? I'm telling you the honest truth. He said he lost 43 pounds.
And he still comes in somewhere around 460. So you can imagine, good grief. That would have put him up over the 500 mark.
Well, I got to be honest and tell you what he told me. He said he was weighing right now 428 pounds, and he lost 43.
Okay. All right.
Jimmy Golden standing up with a big standing side headlock on Jed Grundy, who just shoved him off. What was the last bulldozer you tried to run over?
Yeah. Golden, he went to the ropes for some leverage. Fuller does the same thing. Look, they're just bouncing off of Grundy.
Doing a good job. And Scott Steiner's loving it. Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller trying to prove a point, knocking him off his feet. I notice he's still standing on both of them.
And you can see who got knocked off their feet, both of them at once.
That wasn't the most scientifically perfect double clothesline I ever saw, but it sure got the job done.
It worked. It sure did. Scott Steiner and Jed Grundy standing right there. Jimmy Golden hanging back close to the corner. By the way, the chicken is over here just remaining very quiet.
Yep. I think he feels like that Jed has got everything in hand, and so he doesn't have any reason to get upset. Now Golden spins him into the corner, and Fuller and Golden trying to ram away, but Scott Steiner not to be left out of it. He comes over, helps his partner out, pulls Golden out, slams his head, while Grundy pounds on Robert Fuller. And Fuller going to whip him into Steiner. Steiner was long gone, and he whipped Grundy into Jimmy Golden, and look at this. Over the ring they go.
Well, those steel ring posts were bending at the top as they were doing that.
Here's the world's greatest tag team, Dave. And the chicken just delighted at what's happening here. Feeling very confident that Jed has got it going. We may have new champions coming up today.
Boy, it's looking like it so far. Let me tell you, the team of Grundy and Scott Steiner, and this is Steiner's really first official appearance in the match. Fine collegiate background for Scott Steiner out of the University of Michigan. He had the cover briefly. Well, he had the 2 count, actually, on Jimmy Golden. Golden was able to break out of it. Scott Steiner said, "Are you for us?" And the crowd says, "Yeah, go get him." Here's Robert Fuller. Tennessee stud. Back Steiner into his corner. Bad place for Steiner to be. Raked him across the eyes. Referee Mike Porter trying to get him out of the corner. And here's a double team as Golden grabs him from outside.
Jimmy Golden with a big handful of Scott Steiner while Fuller puts a foot in his midsection, pulls him away, holds his arms back, and Golden double teaming, and Mike Porter, the referee, comes over, breaking him up to get Fuller out of here and leave it one-on-one. Big knee lift from Golden. We have never said that Fuller and Golden can't wrestle. They are good. It's unfortunate they have the leaning or disposition that they do.
Well, they certainly have a willingness to not bend rules, but break them left and right. There goes Steiner through the ropes, thrown out of the ring by Jimmy Golden. Golden trying to get a measure of satisfaction. Oh, look at Sylvia with that kendo stick.
While Mike Porter is with Golden up there, Sylvia takes the opportunity to pound Scott Steiner with that kendo stick down on the floor, and Jed Grundy's trying to tell the referee, "Can't you see what's happening over there?" Well, he wasn't looking. That was it. He was too busy with Golden. Scott Steiner back in the ring has his head slammed into that foot of Robert Fuller.
Knee lift by Robert Fuller, and Scott Steiner hits the mat. Now Fuller grabs him. Puts the boot right in the midsection. Jimmy Golden holds him from outside while Fuller resets. Fuller puts a boot in the back.
Come on, Mike. Good night. They're still double teaming him.
Golden slaps the leg on the apron. There's again as he tries to... Now the referee comes over and calls him on double teaming. Tell him to let Steiner get back into the ring. Well, now both of them just step in the ring. Golden stays as Fuller finally steps outside. 6 minutes gone in this fall.
Now, good Steiner, beautiful. Takes him over and down, but Fuller comes in and breaks it up.
Thought he might have had him, but Robert Fuller got there to break it up. Now they double team again. Scott Steiner goes down to the mat. Grundy coming in. He's been watching this and had to be feeling a bit upset. He nailed Golden, rolls him out of the ring. Look at Steiner, round behind Robert Fuller, rolls him down. The referee doesn't see it, but he's got Fuller's shoulders down. Sylvia with powder in the eyes of Scott Steiner. The referee hasn't seen any of it. It looks like a thunderstorm cloud there, and Steiner is counted out.
Yeah, you ended up using the powder in there, and don't let anybody say you didn't. Hey, we're not stupid. We can see it. For the use of the powder, all right.
All right, going to restart the match.
Restart, Dave.
All right, okay.